Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
This you must determine. The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
You know this is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
So I've heard.
This is the way.
Three, two, one. Hey, it's Wild Josh, and we just watched the Mandalorian trailer together, and now we're going to discuss it. Let's get geeky. So, Ezra, let's start off with you. What did you think of this trailer?
I'm super excited for The Mandalorian Season 2, and I think a lot of that stems from this trailer. I think it does a really good job of getting people excited for Season 2 without going too much into details on things and spoiling pretty much absolutely nothing. So I'm pretty excited. Every time I watch the trailer, I get really excited for this for Season 2. So I think it's a good trailer overall.
Chase, what about you?
Yeah, see, I don't know how much of my excitement stems from the trailer versus stems from season 1 just being really good and me knowing like what to expect from Favreau and Filoni and their cast of directors and writers. But I do like that the trailer doesn't really give away anything. Like, we know what the plot is, but we kind of know that from season 2 already when he's told, hey, go find this creative enemy sorcerers, and he's just like, do what? So I do like that. I don't like that, like, we have all these different scenes but we don't know in any way how they connect. So I think that when October 31st comes, I'll be just excited if I hadn't gotten the trailer as if I did have the trailer, is my overall opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It makes me kind of like just excited to see Star Wars again, like new Star Wars, something new. And visually, it looks really nice. The
Yeah.
shots that they gave us look really cool. We start off, like you said, Ezra, before that we see the Razor Crest kind of like floating there. It looks a little damaged.
Mm-hmm.
And the scene after that, you see, and if you guys look in the notes, and we'll put up this picture. There's a picture of the Mando kneeling down next to the yodeling. I don't know if you see that in our notes, but the Razor Crest looks like it's in the background, kind of like maybe like it's crashed. It's like not on its landing gear; it's like on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they've crashed, and I was wondering if it's possible. Do you guys recall the planet that Ahsoka was on at the very end of the Clone Wars final season?
Snowy.
It was snowy.
Yeah.
And could that be the same planet? I don't know.
That'd be a cool way to rope Ahsoka into this, where she is the Jedi, quote unquote, that he comes across.
Mm-hmm. And maybe, I mean, I was thinking like maybe he's just hearing whispers of like he's looking for Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know that there was one that crashed on this planet at one point, or something. You know, like
Maybe there's like a trail there. Yep,
yeah, he's trying to like follow a trail. Although
that could
this
be.
would be years apart at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she might have left some remnants there, some
Yeah.
evidence, like something. But yeah,
Didn't
that's
didn't she
true.
leave her sabers there?
She did. Yep.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
Which I don't know if Vader took them at that point, because he found them, right?
yeah, that's true. He might have
So
taken
I
them.
don't know, but that's just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So and then other videos that I've watched, people have said maybe this is Ilum, which is a planet
That
that
was something I had first thought about when I saw the snow.
yeah,
Was either
because
Ilum or Hoth are like the two very snowy planets we know of. But
right.
Ilum had really strong ties to the Jedi, whereas Hoth was just a rebel base. So
Exactly what I was thinking. That there would be reason to think that maybe Jedi would be on Ilum because that's where they go to get their crystals.
Yeah.
And this would fall in the time before Starkiller Base is built because that's Ilum,
yep.
and around the time where Luke might be training Jedi.
Starkiller
so
Base
like,
isn't Ilum.
Is it?
yes,
No.
yes. You guys played the game. They're transforming Ilum into Starkiller Base in that game.
Which one?
Fallen Order.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I know
go
that
look it up.
they're mining it out. That's not.
Go look it up. Ilum is Starkiller Base. It's canon. I can't.
But it doesn't even look like it. I'm trying to think of Starkiller Base from Episode 7 now. And you see trees. I don't remember any time in
there's
any
snow.
other place where you see Ilum.
I'm
Ilum
telling
with
you.
trees, rather.
Go look it up. Look it up.
I'm looking it up right now, and I'm.
Starkiller Base is
This
Ilum.
should be really.
When you guys see it, your minds are gonna go. Because that's what, like, that was a
Oh
huge
my
thing.
god! All right. Starkiller Base was a military base located on the ice planet of Ilum.
I hate that.
Mind blown.
Well, here's the thing. Like, at the heart of Starkiller Base,
Wait,
there was
wait.
a giant crystal that was powering its laser.
Oh no,
Just like the Death Star.
The Mandalorian does take place before.
Yes. Because it's 9 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay,
So
wait.
it's
So you're
before Starkiller
telling
Base.
me that Starkiller Base was in production before they finished the first
Before the First Order.
No, before they finished the first Death Star.
When was
Well, yeah.
Cal's
No.
story takes place before Episode 4.
Fallen Order takes place before Episode 4? Yeah. You're right. So they're mining it at that point. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I knew that was why they're mining it to grab to get the kyber crystals for the Death Star.
But that same time period, they're also mining.
But then why would they have?
What's the planet now where?
Okay, but why would they have then gathered more
from
kyber
Rogue
crystals
One.
from Ilum to build a second
But
Death
wait a
Star, and why
minute.
not just finish
Doesn't
that as?
Starkiller Base harness the power of the sun
Yeah.
for its laser? Many suns to
Yeah.
fire the laser. What's with the kyber crystals then? There's no connection there.
Maybe there isn't a connection to the kyber crystals. Maybe I was making that up. But I was right about Ilum.
You were right about Ilum.
Canon.
So
That is
wait,
canon.
but why?
We're so off topic now, but I don't like it.
I'm sorry. That hurts me because
It
there's
does.
no connection there whatsoever between kyber crystals and how the laser was. Unless they
It
said,
still
but I
has
don't.
to focus the power of the sun. Maybe it focuses the
Maybe.
power of the sun through the
Through-
crystals.
Maybe.
But then why does it consume
There was?
the
I
sun?
feel like there was
I
a
feel like
comic book series.
Kyber crystals focus the
went over this,
energy,
and I didn't
not consume the energy.
Science.
Hmm.
Star Wars science. It's not. It's not real science.
It's not real.
It's not real science. It's a it's a
Interesting.
fantasy. It's a
So-
it's a
Well, now I'm thinking because we see that scene with all of the stormtroopers, and it seems like it's on that snowier planet, or at least it's a gray background that they're giving us.
so
Right.
maybe
So the Empire camped out on Ilum.
well they obviously occupy the planet because they use the crystals for the
I
Death
guess,
Star.
yeah, one thing that I should mention about those stormtroopers too, that is very shiny white new armor. That's not the battle worn armor that
old
we
beat up,
saw on Navarro.
Was it First Order armor or was it Stormtrooper armor?
It was Stormtrooper,
It looks
Okay.
Stormtrooper, yeah.
but
I'm glad I blew your minds about Ilum.
I
I
hate
thought
that.
you guys knew that.
no,
No.
it didn't. Like, I know in Fallen Order you go there and you know that the Empire was mining out, but they make it seem like it's
Which-
just being mined out for
which-
the Death Star.
Also doesn't make much sense to me because in Rogue One they were mining that other planet for kyber crystals. Like
They
would
needed a lot of kyber.
would they really need that many though?
They built 2 of them. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my theories were that was either Ilum or that planet that Ahsoka crashed on at the end of Clone Wars, the final season.
It could be
Yep.
Starkiller Base. I hate
So-
that's a thing.
We still just call it Ilum.
Yeah, well, I hate now knowing that Ilum got completely blown out of existence.
Yeah, Ilum's gone.
Ilum is gone. So
Yeah, it went the way of
kyber
Alderaan.
crystals obviously have to be found in other places, but
Yeah,
Because
the
that's-
largest source of known kyber crystals is gone.
yeah, and like where Jedi for millennia
Yeah.
have gone to get their kyber crystal has just blown up. It's gone. No longer exists.
And
Yeah, I
that's
could-
that's two sources of kyber crystals that have blown up. The planet
Yeah,
that I
that's
can't
right.
remember.
Well, they didn't blow
from-
up that entire planet,
Just the city.
just the city.
Yeah. What was that planet? Why can't I think of the name of it?
The only one that's coming to my mind is Scarif, which is the planet at the end.
I know that's the other one. Yeah.
Too many
Jeddah.
planets.
Jeddah.
Jeddah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, anyways, we'll
But yeah,
continue
so
on
I like
further.
that could be Ilum though, just with the connection that the Empire base there. So maybe he goes there because of the rumors of the Jedi, and gets into the encounter with the Imperials, who are still at their staging outpost.
Right.
And maybe that becomes that. I think I like this connection more and more now, because if that's the Empire's main base, that's where they're storing everything. That's what gets turned into the main base for the First Order as it kind of evolves.
Mhm. Yeah. It
So
was
I like
probably
that. I like
their,
that theory more and more now.
their plan C, right? Their plan
Yeah.
A was the first Death Star. Their plan B was the second Death Star.
Yep.
Plan C was Ilum or
Yep.
Starkiller Base. Yeah. So, okay. So then we go for a little bit further in the video, and where is it here? We see that they're on this water planet.
Hmm.
I think it's Mon Calamari just because of the amount of quarren
Isn't
we
it
see.
Mon Cala?
Or Mon Cala, sorry. Yeah, Mon Calamari is the other
The
species
people.
that lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the quarren live there as well.
Mhm.
So I think being it looks like a watery planet with a lot of quarren. I'm thinking it's Mon
Yeah.
Cala, and I think that's really cool that we get to see Mon Cala, because there was a tie-in in season 1 when the bounty hunter doesn't want to take Imperial credits or whatever
Mm-hmm.
it was. He says, I can offer you
Flan.
Mon Cala flan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so it's kind of cool that they
Mm-hmm.
would go to that planet. So that's just kind of a minor point. We get a scene of what looks like the Mandalorian taking off on a speeder bike. And
Mm-hmm.
we're going to put up a picture too. I'm not the first one to say this. I've actually seen a few videos mention that what's hanging off the back of his bike looks like it could be the Boba Fett armor. I'm not 100% sold, but I think it could be, because I'm more sold on that jetpack. The thing on the back of his bike looks like a jetpack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looks like the Boba Fett armor jetpack. On the side, you kind of see a rounded out, domed, what could be a Boba Fett helmet. We know that Boba Fett's rumored to be in season 2. We know that the character Cobb Vanth is rumored to be in season 2, and that in the Aftermath series of books, Cobb Vanth had Boba Fett's armor. So we can tie all this in to say it's possible that is
Mhm.
Boba Fett's armor.
It's possible.
It's so funny that
And this
Well-
shot is like wicked zoomed in on, because that
Yeah.
shot is super quick, and he's far away. So
Yep.
yeah, it's really hard to clip that.
Well, and
It's
do
really-
we want to talk about this planet too? Because we definitely see Tusken Raiders on
Yep.
Bantha, and
Mhm.
this is in a very desert-looking scene. So
could be Tatooine?
we're on
it
Tatooine,
seems
which
Tatooine.
where else have we seen Jedi? If you think about the Empire era, We know that they had ties to Ilum. We know
Yeah.
that Obi-Wan was on Tatooine. So the only other place that he can, and that's where Luke came from. We also have Dagobah. So like
Yeah.
those are the 3 systems that
True.
you know have strong ties to the Jedi. So
Coruscant?
not during the Empire era.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would have relics there, probably. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah,
Unless
but you
they
think the Jedi would
literally
piece out of Coruscant as soon as they could.
No, I know, but I'm just
So,
saying if we're
yeah.
thinking about all the places that I have been, not
Well,
all the places that they are,
yeah, it's
because that's
true. Because
basically
that's
what
with
you're
Ilum.
saying.
But yeah,
So
I was thinking of specifically like during the Empire era, though. But yeah,
I was thinking Tatooine just because
Yep.
of the
the Tuskens and
Tusken
Bantha.
Raiders and the Bantha.
Yeah.
Also, I was thinking, and I don't know that this maybe it's not the same planet. I don't know where the Gamorrean guards are from,
Tatooine.
but we do see those Gamorreans fighting in that cage match, which could be another. That cage match gave me a very like Jabba the Hutt feeling.
Yep.
But
Mm.
Jabba's dead at this point, so I'm like, well, maybe
He is,
it's
yeah.
his successor or something like that.
The Hutt
I don't know.
clan is a big clan, so
Right. Yeah.
it's possible. They're a crime syndicate. One thing I did like from that scene, though, is a lot of times, you'll like a character will get a new weapon or they'll like learn a power, and then they use it once to get out of a situation, and then you like never see it again.
Yeah.
The whispering birds or whistling birds,
Oh,
whatever, that the
whistling birds, yeah.
armorer gave the Mando early on in the first season, you see him use them in that episode. Then you see him use them again later when fighting against.
Was he fighting against Moff Gideon at the end when he used them?
I don't remember if he used them against Gideon. I'm trying to think. I think it was on the rebellions, not rebellions anymore, but the New Republic's prison ship.
Oh, yeah.
He used it
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
and now you see him use them again. It's like, hey, look, he has this weapon.
Yeah.
He uses
I
it
love
several
that
times.
scene.
I do
That
like just
scene is so great.
the consistency that they bring through the show.
Yeah.
So that's why I was happy to see him just like light them up. And obviously, it brings up a very funny moment with the child closing his crib.
It's a great meme because now it's like anytime something happens, like
Yep.
I've seen this before. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. Let's talk about the hooded figure.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of talk about the hooded figure.
Yep.
It's Sasha Banks, which is not like I'm not a big wrestling fan, so didn't really know who Sasha Banks was. But I guess if you follow wrestling, that's kind of a big deal. Like that they got that actress to play that character. It's someone that has a physical background, so can kick butt, like a Cara Dune kind of like physique and character. Who do we think it is? Obviously, I'll take the easy road and say the graffiti that we see in the trailer leads me to believe that it could be Sabine. Some have said that when you see that character, you also hear the dark saber ignite. I've tried to listen for that, and I haven't been able to put it together and say definitely that that's what's happening. But I think that'd be really cool if it was Sabine.
I think it would be cool if it's Sabine too.
Where do you see the like graffiti? Can you clip that for later?
Yeah, I put it actually in the show notes.
In a different time. It's earlier in the trailer than they show the hooded figure, I believe.
Maybe. It doesn't
But
look
it
like it's
does
on the
look like
same
it's on.
planet.
It all looks like it's in that Mon Cala, like the fish market
Oh, is
scene.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when, at least to me, it all looks. And it very well could be that they're throwing us off and putting us in a different place. But now that Josh mentions the Darksaber, there is one distinct feature that we did not see at all in the trailer.
The Darksaber?
The Darksaber?
We didn't see Moff Gideon or the Darksaber.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Your main villain, you don't see at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is kind of cool because
I do. Yeah, I agree.
It's more
I know a lot of people were they were hoping we were going to get Ahsoka, even like something of Ahsoka, and I think it was smart not to give it to us. You know,
yeah. There's not a lot here to actually like cover.
No, there's not a lot of like what's to dissect this and get this from this and this and you know, like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of that. Like even from that first trailer, go back to the first trailer, right? Before that episode started, we had theories about season 1 that were actually correct. So maybe they're like, not just because of us, but a lot of people did.
Yeah.
So let's give them nothing, so they can't get anything from it.
Mhm.
So we could be way off. I mean, this hooded figure could be no one that's really that important,
Yeah.
or you know, like
As another important thing to touch on about the season 1 trailer, they didn't show us the child. So there's a ton
Right.
more behind the scenes that they did not put in these trailers, aside from the rumored Ahsoka's and Boba Fett's. Like I'm fully ready for Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau to give me another season of excitement and curiosity.
yeah. Chase, I'm gonna one up you there. Not only did they not show us the child,
Mhm.
but in the scenes that the child was in,
Yeah.
they took him out in the first season. So there was like scenes where he's walking and the orb is floating next to the Mandalorian. They just took the orb out and those scenes.
Interesting.
So like we didn't even get like an idea that he had anyone else with
Yeah.
him
Huh.
or near like next.
I'm gonna have to go
So-
rewatch that season 1 trailer now. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, like there's no even like hint that there was even a child or anything like that floating next to him in a little case or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
his little chair. So, yeah. So, well, I don't know if there's anything else that I had. What do you guys have
Do we
anything
want to
else?
talk about the rebellion and the Empire and the fact
Oh,
that
yeah.
we have X-wings and TIE Fighter X-wings?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
That's interesting. I mean, which at that point wouldn't it be the New Republic?
It'd be
with
the New
TIE
Republic,
fighters
yeah,
and the
as well as
Empire?
the beginning of the First Order, basically.
Yeah.
I think you can tell that it's
Remnant.
I think it's you can tell. Like I already talked about the fresh white armor, but then we
Mhm.
see these new X-wings that Moff Gideon flew on in season 1, but then we see a whole lot more of them at that
You mean TIE
stage.
fighters?
Did I say X-wings? Well, you
Yep.
got it in my mind because they have the foldy wings.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the new TIE fighter that Moff Gideon rode in on, and then at the Empire base we see a whole bunch of them. So the Empire is still there manufacturing these brand new war vessels.
Mhm.
So it's definitely the beginnings of the First Order, whether or not they have decided to go by the First Order yet. So
Yeah, and
I wonder if we could end up seeing maybe like a young Hux or a young Kylo.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
I think
young
we're
Poe.
still probably too early for
Oh.
Kylo, but
I think we are because he
Yeah.
would still be. I mean,
he'd be a kid. He'd be like 5 years old, if that.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe training with Luke, maybe.
Yeah. But we could
Yeah.
still maybe see Hux or something, like a young teenage Hux, who was in maybe he's flying one of those X-Wings for the New Republic before he gets that undercover mission. Or maybe he was always part of the Empire and then decided to swap. I don't know.
That
Yeah.
would be interesting.
So there's question with that because to me, I watched it the first time I watched the trailer. I thought that maybe the X-wings were like chasing him,
Mhm.
but then after I watch it, it kind of get more of a feeling like maybe he's working with them, or they're like following him more than or escorting him or something, more than just like I don't know. What did you guys think?
It's
But then
weird
I could
because
be,
it
I could
definitely
be getting
looks like
thrown off too. Like
Yeah.
maybe they just made it look that way
They
to
just
throw you
edited
off.
out the blaster fire.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not sure we literally can infer anything from that really because the first scene makes it look like they're escorting him and then it looks like they're chasing. I feel like
Yes.
if they're especially because he's using clouds as cover.
And they lock
And-
S-foils into attack position.
Uh-huh. So that's kind of where I get the sense that maybe they're not escorting him at that point. So it's interesting that they have.
Maybe that's why his ship is all torn up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it could be.
So we'll just have to see.
Yeah. There's no way that anything in the trailer is in chronological order of the show,
Yeah.
is my bet. We probably won't see him with the damaged ship until the end of the season, or maybe it starts the season and you don't know, and then he fixes it and gets attacked by the X-Wings. I don't know.
So yeah, so I can't wait. I'm just looking like I'm like, how soon is it coming? The 30th is really not that far away.
Mhm.
It's not too bad, and I just love it. I want more. I want more. Can you wait? I can't wait till there's more than just the Mandalorian we have to wait for every year. Like when there's Mandalorian and there's also other shows that are gonna be spread out eventually
Yeah.
throughout the year, then that'll be great. But okay. Does that anyone have anything else? I don't want to cut you guys off if you had more to add.
All I have.
I
Me
think
too.
we're gonna keep brainstorming and come up with more and more things until October shows up. But
Oh yeah, and there'll
yeah.
be between now and then, I'm sure there'll be TV spots or whatever that give us slightly different things that we haven't seen before, and so yeah. Well, we hope you liked this video. What did you think of the Mandalorian trailer? Let us know in the comment section. Even if you don't want to speak specifically about that, say something in the comment section. It helps with our algorithm. Thanks for watching, and this is the way.
When I look around, all I see is death and chaos.
I would like to see the baby.